Hey guys, Boston Ramos, and today I'm going to be going over the Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots game preview of the Week 17 of the 2019 NFL season. It's the final game for the Miami Dolphins. They are not in playoff contention by a long shot. Now, that being said, let's get into this video.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
So, Dolphins are coming into this game 4-11. Meanwhile, the Patriots are coming in at 12-3, and Patriots aren't sitting anybody really at this moment because one, they're pretty much fighting for home field advantage in the playoffs. Besides being number one, because the Ravens have that locked up. So that being said, if the Patriots win this game, they can secure a first-round bye and be the second seed in the AFC. But if they lose this, they could fall down to, I think it's the third, and it could possibly be the fourth overall, to be honest. Let's see. They could fall down to number 3 at worst. But that's only if they lose this game, and who knows? Maybe the Dolphins could do it, and they could ruin the Patriots' home field advantage and first round bye. But very doubtful, because ESPN Matchup Predictor has Miami Dolphins at 4% chance of winning to the Patriots 95.9% chance. Man, they don't like the Dolphins at all. Now, when it comes to the gambling odds, it has New England at a -17, and then Miami Dolphins +17 on the spread. And then the money line is +900 for the Miami Dolphins, -1,600 for the Patriots. And then the over-under is 45.5. Now, that being said, let's get into some injuries. We have a couple people listed as questionable. We have Christian Wilkins, defensive tackle. He's questionable. Taco Charlton, defensive end, questionable. Vince Beagle, linebacker, he is questionable. And Zach Seitler, defensive tackle, he's questionable. And then we have one for sure guy out, and that is Clive Walford, tight end. He did not travel with the team today. I do not know if what's going on with him, but it's never a good sign when a player doesn't travel with the team and whatnot. Hopefully it's something crazy. Similar thing kind of happened to Mark Walton. He got arrested, got cut from the team. Who knows? Let's see what comes out of this with Clive Walford. Now, when we go to the Patriots, we have Terrence Brooks, safety, questionable. Julian Edelman, wide receiver, questionable. Jamie Collins, senior linebacker, he is questionable. Jason McCourty, cornerback, questionable. And Jonathan Jones is questionable for the New England Patriots. And that was all reported by yesterday. The game is at 1 o'clock, and it will be about 49 degrees, it's saying here. And it's going to be on CBS, of course, because it's an AFC game. Now, let's see some of the season leaders for both teams. We have Ryan Fitzpatrick coming into this game, 283 of 461 passes, and 3,209 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. I don't know if you guys saw, but last week I said he has to bring up those touchdowns and drop those interceptions, and he only threw 1 interception to 4 touchdowns last week, so it was a great passing outing by Ryan Fitzpatrick. And then when you look at Tom Brady, he has 357 completions of 584 attempts, 3,836 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. And then when we look at the rushing leaders, we still have Ryan Fitzpatrick as our leading rusher with 49 carries, 228 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Then we have Sony Michel for the Patriots leading them with 229 carries, 838 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Then when it comes to receiving, Devontae Parker is leading the Dolphins with 64 receptions, 1,665 yards, 9 touchdowns. And then we have Julian Edelman for the Patriots with 97 receptions, 1,091 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Now when it comes to both of the teams' averages, when it comes to maybe like points and stuff like that per game, Dolphins are averaging 18.6 points per game. Meanwhile, the Patriots are averaging 26.4. And then when they points allowed, Dolphins are allowing 31.3. Meanwhile, the Patriots are allowing 13.2. They've been one of the best defenses pretty much the whole season. They've been called ghost pretty much. That's what Sam Darnold called them one time on a Monday night game, and it instantly became a meme for everyone around the league. Now, when it comes to total yards offensively from both teams, Dolphins are averaging 324.7. Patriots are averaging 366.7. And then passing wise, Dolphins are averaging 251.8, and the Patriots are averaging 262.1. Then when it comes to the rushing game, we have average of 72.9, and the Patriots are averaging 104.5. And then when it comes to defensively, yards allowed per game, Dolphins are allowing 410.9 yards a game. Patriots are allowing 289.3. And then rushing yards allowed 27.5. I'm sorry. Pass yards allowed is 275.5, and the Patriots are allowing 191.6. And then rushing yards allowed, Dolphins are allowing 135.4, and Patriots are allowing 97.7. Now, when we look at the past 5 games, Dolphins lost to Cleveland, beat Philadelphia, lost to the Jets and the Giants, and then won last week's game in overtime against the Bengals. And then when you look at the Patriots, they played the Cowboys, got a win there, lost 2 games in a row to Houston and Kansas City, and then won against Cincinnati, and then also beat the Bills last week. And I believe the game before the Dallas game was their game against Philadelphia, but they lost to Baltimore before their bye week, which was 2 weeks before that Philadelphia game. And pretty much the Patriots only lost to the division leaders of the season for the AFC. They lost to the Chiefs, Houston Texans, and the Baltimore Ravens. And who knows, maybe they could lose to the Miami Dolphins this week. I don't really think we could do it because they're playing for that home field advantage. They're trying to get that number, I believe, 2 seed right now. And it's going to be very hard for the Dolphins to beat the Patriots. But with that being said, let's get into some things I think the Miami Dolphins can do to win this game. Number 1 is don't let Brady have time to throw the ball. Try to get in the backfield as fast as possible to make Brady uncomfortable and force some ill-advised turnovers, either interceptions, strip sack fumbles, yada, yada, yada. Just get in Brady's face and pretty much. Now, that's defensively. Also, we got to stop the running game because we need to cover their running backs in the passing game as well, but we need to stop the running game for sure. Patriots have always had a disposable set of running backs that they swap out within weeks and weeks and weeks, and it always works out for some way for them. Maybe because they have a pretty decent O-line. But now, when it comes offensively for the Miami Dolphins, number 1 is receiving the ball, making sure you catch the ball. We need to catch balls, and we need to, keep our foot on the gas if we end up with a lead in this game. If we can score points on the Patriots, that'll be huge for the Miami Dolphins, especially heading into next season. This will be a very big game for the Miami Dolphins. If they could win, I feel like this will boost us greatly into the next step of where we're going directional-wise, trying to go up and be a better team, because you're playing a Super Bowl caliber team, and they're trying to get home field advantage for the playoffs. They need to win this game for that. And basically, Miami could have a huge win if it does happen. But more than likely, I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. Who knows? Never say never. And it'll be pretty awesome if the Miami Dolphins could actually beat the Patriots at home and ruin their playoff seeding in a way, because just bragging rights. And we'll be the first AFC East team to win in New England in a long time, and it'll be very good. That'll be very good for the Dolphins, especially with the season we've been having. It's been pretty rough, but our away record is not as favorable as we would like. We're 1-6 on the road, and the Patriots are 6-1 at home. They've only lost to the Chiefs at home, I believe, and then when they lost to the Ravens and the Texans, it was both at their opposing team's stadium. So, that being said, Patriots don't really lose at home. We haven't been really getting any road wins. Be very tough for the Dolphins, but I feel like they got a chance to maybe do it, and it'll be very interesting to watch. Now, we need to get in Brady's face, and we need to just hold on to the ball and put up some points on the board. That'll be very good for the Dolphins. But I would not be surprised if Ryan Fitzpatrick stays as our rushing leader to close out the season, because I believe there's no one really close to him. Let's see. There's no one really close to him. Closest one actively is Patrick Laird, and he has 147 yards, so he would have to get pretty much 75 yards plus. You would have to have an 80-yard game to do it. So it could be possible, but I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. Myles Gaskin would need a 100-yard game to do it. Looks like Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be our passing leader and our rushing leader heading off this season. That would be crazy. That would be wild. But yeah, enough of that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a nice thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, click the post notification bell option for more videos, and also check out byaustinramos.com and check out my Twitter and Instagram, byaustinramos. And lastly, fins up.
Miami has the Dolphins.